For Curtin.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. This is a question for the Prime Minister. On Friday, it was a year since the Parliamentary Committee tabled 31 recommendations to reform online gambling, unanimously supported across the political spectrum. These recommendations included phasing out online gambling ads. My community is done with gambling ads, and the experts say partial bans don't work. The government has not yet taken any action. When will the government listen to communities and ban ads for online gambling?
Give the call to the Prime Minister.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Curtin for her question. And indeed, some 88,000 people in the member for Curtin's electorate will get a tax cut today, because every single taxpayer will get one. And the member for Curtin knows I was in her electorate a couple of weeks ago and talking with people whilst I was there about the economic challenges, but also the opportunities that are there for WA to continue to be such an important part of our growing economy. The member for Curtin, however, is wrong when she says we haven't done anything, because we have. We've been stepping out support when it comes to things like banning credit cards to gamble online to make a difference and save lives. We have done more in 2 years to tackle gambling harm than those opposite did in their almost decade in office. Now, the Minister for Communications is working through all 31 recommendations that are in the report, making sure that relevant consultations occur with stakeholders, including harm reduction advocates and industry, and we will continue to work through each of the recommendations which are there. But we have already done in establishing BetStop, the National Self-Exclusion Register. Some 24,000 Australians over the last 9 months have registered. 80% of those people participating are under the age of 40. We have changed the new minimum classifications for video games with gambling-like content. We have introduced new evidence-based taglines to replace the old gamble responsibly lines which were there, and we've introduced nationally consistent staff training. We've forced online wagering companies to send their customers monthly activity statements outlining wins and losses. We've introduced a new voluntary industry funding model which will allow 30,000 additional people to receive support every year, and we've provided direct funding for specialist financial counselling to support people affected by problem gambling. We'll continue to work on these issues, to work them through, and I'm happy to continue to work with the member for Curtin in a constructive way. The member for Curtin always contributes to the policy debate that takes place in this country, and I know that my door and the door of the Minister for Communications, as it is with people across the parliament, is always open, because we recognise that what we need to do is to do more in this area, but we want to make sure that we get it right.